What is going on, everybody? Tobias driving, 3 seconds, fading, shooting. We need Philly United in the chat. Let's go, Tobias!
He did it! Some of the fans sensing a possible career high. Hits for three.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We came to play today, boys. We came to play today, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the house. What is going on, everybody? It is your boy RB. Welcome on into Philly Take with RB, where we constantly talk Philadelphia sports every single day. And today, honestly, was a pretty dry day, other than, we were looking at Eagles stuff and the roster was getting cut down. We were just hanging out. We were just chilling, man. And out of nowhere, shout out to my guy, Keith Pompey. We had Keith on the channel earlier this season. I'm already in contact with Keith, trying to get him on the channel again so we can talk some stuff, man. But, hey, he put out this beautiful piece. And Ben Simmons no longer wants to be a Philadelphia 76er, according to multiple sources. And he does not intend to report to Sixers training camp. We had a feeling this could get ugly. I've been saying it for weeks. And, I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I let it get to a point where a couple days ago, we've all been losing our minds, right? But I let it get to a point where I really started to drink the juice and thought this guy was coming back. I thought this guy was going to come back. But always trust your gut instinct in life. Always trust your gut instinct. I knew since that pathetic Game 7 loss that there was no way the relationship could be repaired. There was just no way. But look, man, we're here. And I want to hear from the people of Philadelphia, other NBA fans, whoever we got up in the chat, man. We got almost 80 people in here already. You guys are the best, man. Thank you so much for being here. Drop a like on this stream right now. We gotta pump that like button. If you're excited that the Sixers are about to change forever, drop a like on the stream right now. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Philly Take with RB. We constantly talk Philadelphia sports, man. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out the merch and consider becoming a channel member. Shout out to all the channel members up in the building, baby. And welcome all NBA fans. Whatever team you guys rep, man, I appreciate everybody being in here. Shortly, we're going to go to the phone lines, but I want to talk for a few minutes. So Ben Simmons doesn't want to play for the Sixers anymore. According to sources, his top 3 destinations are LA teams and West Coast teams. And if you saw my video reaction earlier, which, by the way, if you missed that, be sure to put it on your to-do list for tonight. Maybe laying down in bed, can't sleep. Watch that reaction video because I went off. I'm tired of people defending this stuff, and I'm glad that it's finally come to light because I actually started to think that I was going crazy because of these little defenders, these little 5 device, 5 keyboard. Typing all day, typing all night. Ben Simmons is the best. Ben Simmons is the best. Ben Simmons is the best. He can't do any wrong. But honestly, man, the change was nevertheless coming. It was inevitable. And now, as I stated earlier, it's either going to work out really good or it's going to work out really bad. Ben Simmons has forced the hand. Ben Simmons has forced the hand now. Now it's Daryl Morey's. Just imagine a strict game of chess. Daryl Morey sitting on one side of the board with that, that laser picture of Daryl Morey with the lasers coming out of his eyes, and then Ben Simmons on the other side just staring him down. That's what this is right now. Rich Paul holding on to Ben's shoulder. Sixers organization, man, things are about to get interesting. There's so many different possibilities, man. Another thing I wanted to discuss that came out after I put out my reaction video. According to Jason Dumas, let me see if I can pull it up here. According to Jason Dumas, there's a high chance that Tyrese Maxey would be a part of any Ben Simmons trade. Now, Jason Dumas has put out a lot of stuff. I can't take it at face value all the time. However, I do think if you're going for a superstar caliber player, I've said this multiple times, Tyrese or Matisse might have to be in the deal. One of them might have to be in the deal, man. So, you know, at this point, it's almost like, what are you willing to give up? Where do the Sixers view themselves going forward over the next couple years? Is this team, with the acquirement of a level 1 superstar in this league, are they ready to contend? Can they go out and make a move? We know we've been banking on a huge move, right? What are you willing to give up? How far is Daryl Morey willing to go? And now that this is out in the public, this is the best part. Ben Simmons and Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, they're going to have to make a statement about this. And I have a 99% feeling that they're not going to say this isn't true. They're just going to run with it now, and now it's going to be, do the Sixers even have leverage? What's going to happen with Damian Lillard in Portland? How fast is that going to transpire now that something like this has fallen into place? What about Bradley Beal? What about some of these other guys? Buddy Hield, CJ McCollum, D'Angelo Russell. There's so much to talk about, man. I don't know. And before we get to the phone lines, man, how about Joel Embiid? I freaking love Joel Embiid. Drop a yes, sir, for Joel.
Yes, sir.
We got 130 in the chat, guys. Hit the like. Drop the yes, sir. Joel Embiid is a freaking national treasure, man. I love this guy. In the midst of all these trade rumors, people losing their minds, I mean, going at each other's necks. You got Ben Simmons defenders, asking for forgiveness. You have Ben Simmons haters going at their necks. And Joel Embiid, he does this a lot. He talks about soccer, but in reality, he's talking about his own team. He talks about his own team. And he's done this before, and I never knew if he was being legit with it. He says, any Real Madrid trade news? Holla Madrid. You know damn well what he's talking about right now. He put out another tweet saying, we're going to have to wait or something. I didn't even look at it that long. But this guy loves trolling, man. I love Joel's personality. He knows something's coming. And honestly, man, he's finally on board with it. He finally called out Ben Simmons. He finally called him out, man, and it's time for the accountability. With a tweak of this team, maybe we're a really good team. I mean, Tobias Harris, and he could be your 20 to 22 point per game type of guy. Joel Embiid's on a astronomical level. You got a young stud like Tyrese Maxey who's improving. You got a great young defender like Matisse. There was a clip today, guys, with Danny Green. I was actually going to talk about that in a video until this news came out, where Danny Green was talking about, if Ben Simmons leaves and stuff and what the return would be like and how the team would be. I mean, nobody has really known where this has been at, but Keith Pompey dropped the bomb, and now everything else is in line with it. Shout out to my man, Rick Bennett, great channel member. Shout out to the Fire Take Nation. I see the members up in the house. Rick Bennett with the $10 donation. Shout out to my man, Rick.
Yes, sir.
He says, so happy. Drop a 1 in the chat right now if you're happy about this Ben Simmons news. Because honestly, we were starting to lose our mind. We were starting to, become complacent with ourselves. We were starting to feel that, we're going to run this thing back. We're going to run this thing back and, who knows? Who knows? But I've never been on board with the whole, get his trade value up. A man who's trying to get his trade value up for a team that wants to trade him. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Rick, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate the support. You guys are the best. We got a ton of people up in here. We're about to hit the phone lines, man. I want to hear from y'all because I did the reaction video. I just gave my little spiel. We'll talk about more as we go. But holy crap, man. I mean, we needed a bomb, And here it is. I'm done with this dude Carson's little brother. How about that? If I told you, how long ago? 8 months? That Ben Simmons and Carson Wentz would both essentially have quit on their team and be out of Philly. I mean, you can never make this stuff up with this team, man, with this sports city, with these franchises. You can just never make it up, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But look, man, we're about to hit the phone lines. I want to hear from you. Call in. Give us some. I'm not even going to speak that much. I want to hear from the people. That's why we're doing this, man. I want to hear from the people of Philadelphia, the NBA fans out there. What does this mean? When will a deal get done? What should the Sixers be looking to get in return? What is your first instant observation, reaction, thought? Give it all to me, man. We need some energy tonight because we're fired up here in Philadelphia, man. We are fired up. Drop some thoughts in the chat as well, man. I see the chat flying right now. I see the chat flying. Some people think we're screwed. Some people think we're not going to get anything, man. Some people think we're screwed. Some people think we're in the green zone now. Aries Starwin with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Wherever Simmons goes, he will dominate and make Sixers fans mad. You did it to yourself. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe you will. Maybe a fresh start will help Ben Simmons. I have a feeling he's trolling so bad that he's going to go somewhere else and just start shooting 5 threes a game. And you know what? If he does, I don't care. I don't care. Okay? I put as much passion and energy into this guy as I could. I tried to defend it as long as I can. This is what I've been talking about. I am a Sixers fan first and foremost. I want to win a championship. Okay? I've seen the Phillies win a World Series. I've seen the Eagles win a Super Bowl. 2 of the greatest moments of my life. I want to go down Broad Street with all of you watching Joel Embiid hold up a trophy, okay? I don't care where this set. And you know what? The last thing before I get into these phone lines, just because you reminded me. Ben Simmons acts like he can choose his destination, okay? You didn't deserve anything. You didn't earn anything. Send him to the cold winters of Minnesota. Send him to Portland. I don't care, okay? But don't sit up here and act like this is the decision 4.0. You're not LeBron, buddy. You could have lived up to be LeBron. But you didn't have the heart. Anyway, we are about to get into the phone lines, man. I mean, there's so many calls flying in here already. Can only take one call at a time. And when I take your call, give it a second so it can answer, man. But, yo, we got to get some instant thoughts, reactions, everything to this Ben Simmons news. 215-798-7638. How do you feel about this Ben Simmons stuff? Let me know. Let's see. We got a caller on the line. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome on in to Philly Take with RB. You are live. What up?
Yo, what up, RB?
Yo, what up? What up?
I'm on? Can you hear me?
On.
All right.
You're
What's
on,
up, bro? Dude, I'm glad. Am I the first one?
You're the first one in line, buddy.
Okay, let's go. So, my thoughts are Ben Simmons is really our last bullet in the chamber to make something big happen and make a championship team, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, this is really a bad thing for us because we really should have held out for Dame, no matter what, or a Bradley Beal trade. If we get Buddy Hield or something, nothing's going to happen. We're going to be a mediocre team. We're not a championship level team with Brooklyn and the Bucks and everything like that. So, I think if we could still keep him on the bench and hold on to him until we get Bradley Beal or something, that's the best move that we can make.
So you're saying the best decision right now for the Sixers is to hold on to Ben Simmons and keep him on the bench.
Well, I mean, it's not ideal, right? But we need a superstar. We can't just have a regular mediocre player as compensation for trading Ben Simmons. He's literally the last bullet we have in our chamber. because we don't have cap space to sign another guy or anything like land a big fish in free agency. So this is about the only thing we could do to get Joel a good running mate, you know?
I don't see eye to eye with you. Here's why. You know, you got to get somebody back for Ben Simmons if you're going to move him at this point. And I know his value is low. I do agree with you in that aspect, right? But here's my thing. You know, you have this guy on the bench. I mean, first off, we got stingy owners, bro. So, you know, they're not going to let that happen. But second off,
True.
how's that going to make us any better, man? This guy's making $30 million. And then at that point, you're literally toasting him down to nothing. Right now, at least these teams see him as a young guy with potential, with defense. Coming off the bench, this guy's not going to do anything, man. And yeah, at this point, we either got to settle for something low or we got to make this guy polished and make it look like it's okay and, you know, have him suck it up until, you know, a bigger player becomes available. But, you know, he can't come off the bench. That's not happening.
I mean, part of it's also just addition by subtraction at this point, all right? Like, he's just so bad. We can't have him be a cancer in the locker room.
Right.
Like, I think it's just addition by subtraction. What's the lowest you'd settle for?
What's the lowest I'd settle for? I don't know what's out there, honestly. We've waited a long time, you know? We've waited a long time. I mean, you got to get an average starter back, at least. But, you know, it's putting us in a tough spot. So, we'll see.
All right, well, man, I got my thoughts out, so I'll let somebody else talk. But I'm excited to just see this trade go down. We've been waiting a while for it.
Yeah, we have, man. It's finally here. Thanks for the call, bro. I appreciate it.
See ya.
We're just going to go right to the next call, and then we'll hit the super chat, man. And I'm sorry for the beeping, guys. I'm still trying to figure out how to get that off. But let's go to the next call here. Hold up. Yo, you're live. What's going on?
My man, RB, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
It's your boy, Walt.
Walt, what's going on, my guy? Give us some thoughts, man.
Now, you know what it is. You know what it is. I saw the early video, and you know, hey, Ben pulled the shots this time. He has the cards in his hand right now. Then I say, listen, let him go. Get rid of him. We can't keep him on the bench.
No,
it doesn't make sense to Sixers keep him on the bench for $30 million a year.
No, we have Josh Harris as our owner, bro. I mean, this guy wouldn't even keep an equipment manager that's been here for 34 years. He's probably making like, you know, a dime a day, and this guy makes $5 billion a year.
Pretty much. As far as what can we get in return for him, we have to definitely just really, Daryl Morey have to go out there and really see what's available out there as far as free agents out there available, and get what's best at least at this particular point in time. Because listen, you can't bring. Well, he doesn't want to come back. First of all, you don't want a disgruntled player coming back, and he already said publicly, allegedly, that they're going to say he wants out. Let him go. But we got to get something in return for him. We can't just let him go for nothing and let him go to the bench and just get paid for it. It doesn't make sense.
Right. So at that point, you know, I agree with you. You can't let this guy go for anything. But now I feel like we're a step further in the process. You know, like he has now forced the move back to the Sixers. And if a star player isn't available, then it's like, what do we do? What do we do? Do we settle for an average starter or what?
That's the key point right there. Do you settle for an average player or somebody, or as Daryl Morey has said, shoot for the fences? Now, I do agree with you has said earlier, which you know I don't like, but we're going to have to give up either Maxey or Shake Milton or somebody, like somebody else. We're going to have to. With the Ben trade. With the Ben trade, we got to definitely accommodate one of those other young prospects that we had that we want to keep, but we have to give one of them up. But I'm still going to ride with you on still. I said about a week or two ago about adding a three-team trade. That's only possible. I can see this really thing working out in our advantage to get any good viable players out there that's actually at least to what the liking that we could settle for right now. I don't like to settle, but at this point in time, it's almost like it is what it is.
Yeah. I agree with you. I could see, honestly, a three-team swap, you know, Portland, Sixers, Timberwolves, something like that. I think, you know, it's going to be hard, honestly, to find the right salary match, and that's, you're right. That's where the 3-team comes in. It's definitely a possibility, but, it's going to be tough to put together as well.
Well, the prima donna wants to be in California, so.
Well, you know what,
good
man?
luck on that happening.
I'm glad you brought that up. I don't understand. Please enlighten us before I get you off here, man. Please, you have the floor.
Yeah.
How is this man coming out here and talking about I want to go to X, Y, and Z? Who the heck? Who acts like that after you just embarrass this city in the playoff? I don't get it. Does Rich Paul ego? Is it that high, man?
Mm-hmm. His ego is that high because I'm gonna correct you. He didn't just embarrass this city. He's been doing it for the past 4 seasons.
Yep. And we've let it happen.
Underlying. You know what? Absolutely. He's been doing under our eyes every freaking summer. You know how I feel about these workout videos.
Oh, man.
Who cares?
Yep.
Who cares? But the point of the matter is this, that he's done this time and time again. The ownership just let it go and so forth. So at this particular point, he wants to go, let him go. But he like I said last week, he can't dictate where he wants to go.
Exactly.
He can't do that.
Yep.
He's going to have to have another team facilitate for that even to be any kind of consideration for it to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
But his agents are going to try to make a way where he goes to another team, and then the other team will try to trade him to the team that he wants to go to. His desires in California, sunny California, with his new $1 million mansion he has. Well, I'm sorry, some odd $1 million mansion with his little Ferrari and so forth. Mm-hmm. Good riddance. Yeah. We see him once a year. I hope the Sixers bang on him every time they come to the city.
Oh man, Joel's going to have his way when Ben comes back. But great energy on this call, man. I appreciate it, man. Can you envision that right now? I'm ready for it. And somebody on Twitter, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, man, at RB Philly Take, someone hit me up on Twitter. They were like, yeah, I think Ben's going to sit that game out for, he's too tired or load management or something like that. I was rolling, man. I'm telling you, you guys don't believe me.
A good thought.
Ben Simmons is the type of person who literally will, he just doesn't want the pressure, man. He doesn't want it. And he just has this, esteem where he just feels like he's higher than this city. So
Ben Simmons is a positive, aggressive person that thinks that he's all that, and he's really not. Maybe on defense, which he has improved every year on his defense, but offensive-wise, you give me a little glimpses here. Like I said, he's casting the goals today. You see him today, you don't see him tomorrow. It's like, listen, but in the playoffs, he's non-existent. But I tell you what, though, not only will I say that, I agree with you on that he will sit out that game, load management, and hypothetically, if he does, with my finger air quotes, if he does play the game, he would never go in the paint against Joel Embiid. He won't do that.
He won't. Nope. He
won't do it. He doesn't have a heart. He doesn't have a heart for it.
He doesn't, man. Yo, Walt, appreciate the call, my guy. Great energy, bro.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you taking a phone call, and I always will see you online, man, because this is definitely going to be interesting the next few weeks.
Yep, we're going to be covering it, man. Thank you so much, bro. Much love to you. Great call right there. Great energy. Yo, keep them coming, man. I'm sure we have some people in the chat that may, support Ben. 100%. We got a ton of calls. I finally figured out a way that I can get the beep off. So when we're on calls, I just send it to voicemail. But all right, let's see if we can take the next call in here. We got a ton of them flying in. Give us your thoughts. Ben Simmons wanting a trade out of Philadelphia. How do you feel? Will a trade get done by camp? Is there a way that he comes back? Let me know. Let's get some thoughts. We got another caller on the line. Let's see who we got up in the building. Yo, you're live on the show. What's going on, man?
Hey.
Yo, what up?
I'm watching the live right now.
Thank you, bro.
Dude, I know the fans wanted the Ben Simmons trade, but I did not expect him to flat out just request a trade. That was unexpected.
Yeah, I didn't expect it now. I thought that there was a good chance he would sit out of camp, but you know what? It's just the type of person he is, and it's nothing against him. I'm not saying it's his fault he's that way. Maybe he was just raised with that kind of mindset, but even with him saying like I want to go to this team, that team, it feels like he has that kind of like just that personality, you know? Like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm not doing it. Oh, I want to request a trade now, I'm doing that. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it, man.
He has like a lazy mentality, which isn't like him in his early career, because back in the 2019 playoffs, he was a major factor in playing Toronto. I was there at Game 1, and I could see him hustling up and down the floor, and I was appreciating everything about it. But as soon as Game 7, after that happened, I just saw a slight decline in the 2019 to 20 season. Maybe it was because of COVID and that long pause. Maybe it was because of that injury in the boat.
Nah, we can't make the COVID excuse, bro. We can't make it because, you know what? Yeah. Every other player went through that, you know? And honestly, that was a time where he could have worked on his game more. That's a time where he could have gotten the gym. And, you know, I've been going back and forth with this, like, you know, Ben Simmons is a good enough player. That's why he, you know, people still like the guy, because he can do other things well. He can still be valuable in your team. But, you know, to not improve the one thing that you have to improve on, like, we know it's there. He just doesn't want to. And that's why I'm saying it's not a maturity issue. It's an unwillingness issue. And, you know, it just can't make any excuses for the guy. Like, we've tried. We've tried for years. But, you know, that's just where we're at, man.
Yeah. Every off season, I see those Instagram posts of Ben Simmons shooting threes.
Yep.
And this summer, I just wasn't having it. I'm like, okay, I don't believe this, because I've seen it before. We've all seen it before. Yep. We've all seen it. Oh, look, Ben Simmons is shooting corner threes. The only time we saw him shoot multiple threes was, the 2019 preseason against that one China team.
I mean, he's also shot it this year, but he shoots it when it doesn't matter, when there's no pressure, man. And that's just where we're at, man. It's the same old story, like you said. But, yo, appreciate the call, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, we can't make any more excuses for the guy, you know? We've tried. We tried to defend him. Some people were on it before others, and, I mean, I tried, man, but there's no more excuse. The guy just doesn't have the drive. But I want to hear some thoughts, man. Like, we need some energy. I'm waiting for somebody to go off. Because let me tell you, man, I've been going off since I heard the news earlier. Birds Nation with the $5 super chat. Great channel member. Thank you so much, man. Ben doesn't want to be here. Tell him likewise. He said he wants to go to Cali. Tell him okay. Yeah, get him out. This is why I'm saying the writing was on the wall. The dude bought a mansion in L.A. He has not come back to the East Coast or even close to it since the season ended, since he moved out there. Every signal has been there. Just some people don't want to accept it, man. We got 220 in the chat. We got 97 likes. Guys, drop a like on the stream if you're enjoying this, man. We're taking live calls. We're taking the energy from the fans. I want to hear some thoughts, man. Well, how will this be resolved? How do you feel about Ben Simmons as a person? How about Ben Simmons just as a player and a person deciding to say, you know what, screw this. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to go back to camp. How does that make you feel? Let me know in the chat, man. We're about to go back to the phone lines. 215-798-7638. Give us your thoughts, man. Sixers Nation, NBA Nation. Let us know, man. What should the Sixers look for in return? What if a star isn't available? Then what do we do? I want to hear from you guys, man. We'll take some more calls. And I can't choose which call is which, but, you know, I'm taking them as they fly in, man. So keep on calling in. I promise I will get to as many as I can. As many as I can.
Can't choose which calls.
Yo, welcome on in. Well, that caller hung up. We'll wait for another one. All right, we got another one on the line. Let's see who we got. Oh, yeah, and feel free, guys, to let us know who you are, your name. Shout out to my guy Walt earlier. Let us know who you are, where you're coming in from, if you feel. If not, that's perfectly fine, too. But, yeah, let us know if you're a Sixers fan. If you're a Ben Simmons fan, let us know. Let us know, man.
Hello?
Yo, what's going on? Welcome into the show, man.
Yo, it's Rom.
Yo, Rob, my guy, what's going on, bro? I know this is about to be a great call.
Wait, so I'm on the show because I'm confused as hell with this phone call, and I've just been spamming it.
You're on the show, bro. It doesn't let me see,
Okay.
you know, the names or numbers or anything. It just I take them as they come.
Yeah, you're good. This, dude, I can't take this anymore. The fact that there is still people saying, "Oh, I won't take D'Angelo Russell. I won't take Malcolm Brogdon. I'll take anyone. I'll take my grandma for Ben Simmons.
Sure.
I'll take my neighbor, my 12-year-old neighbor who's shooting hoops outside because he's willing to shoot a three-pointer. He's out here bowling, and Ben Simmons, when he sees a three-point line,
Give
he
us the
shivers.
energy, man.
He quibbles. He's afraid. I don't understand this. I'll take anyone. Give me D'Lo. When he's healthy, I don't care he has injury concerns. When he's healthy, he's an all-star. Like, come on. We got you, Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey, bro. What are you doing? He's running this team like a 12-year-old playing my league. Well, he's asking for 5 first-round picks. What, RB? What is going on? I can't take this.
I'll tell you what's going on, man.
Can you,
I'll tell you, man. Daryl Morey thinks that, you know, he's trying to wait out for someone large, but, you know, that chance may never come. So I hear you. He's got to come down to reality, and for the people that don't want anything else, we have to open our minds a little bit. You know what I mean? That's going to be our downfall. If it comes down to it, I'm taking D'Lo. I'm taking D'Lo.
Yeah. Do people realize how much of an impact Ben Simmons had on this team, of how negative it was? You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't had a point guard that can run a pick and roll with our best player, Joel Embiid. We haven't made the game easier for Joel Embiid one time in this era. I don't know why the hell he signed a supermax for Philly, because this team has treated him like garbage.
Yeah,
it's just plain and simple. We have not had a point guard who can run a pick and roll. Try to envision in your head, RB, right now. Try to envision Embiid getting a pass and just simply laying it in, or getting a lob. You can't envision that because we've had no handlers. We've had no ball initiators. Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. And guess what? If we do get D'Lo or someone like that to take some offensive relief off of Joel Embiid, he's going to have more to put on. He's going to have more energy to exert on the defensive end of the floor. And guess what? Ben Simmons is gone, but guess what? We get offense with D'Lo. And Joel Embiid, he's a defensive player of the year candidate. It's just that he has to put up 30 points a night. And when you're putting up 30 points a night, you can't defend. Why do you think Bradley Beal's a bad defender? Bradley Beal has all the tools to be a great defender, but he's putting up 35 points. How is he supposed to play defense?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, get this man out of here.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy because I love the energy. This is what I've been waiting for the entire stream, and I think it's interesting because Joel Embiid's at his peak, man. He's out here putting up MVP numbers, and you're talking about we haven't had a point guard that can run the pick and roll. Let me ask you this: when's the last time we had a point guard? I mean, I've been talking about this, but I mean, I look back to Michael Carter Williams as our last true point guard, maybe Ish Smith. That's crazy.
I have a message for the Philadelphia
Give it
fan
to
base.
us, man.
It's for every team, by the way. I'm not an Eagles fan, but every team, I've noticed this. We got to start just paying attention to little signs that tell us we got to make a move.
Yes.
The first sign that I saw Ben Simmons needs to be gone, we started TJ McConnell against the Celtics. That was the first sign. And then many signs after that, his underperformance in the playoffs, and people were still defending him. We got to stop defending these people. You got to realize, as a fan base, sometimes they aren't what it seems. You just got to look at the facts. We had to start TJ McConnell over our number 1 overall pick because he wasn't a point guard.
Yo, Ron, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because it's a good point, right? And I'm struggling with this though because I look back to that series against the Celtics, right? I look back against the Raptors. At the same time, the organization has failed. They it's not like they
I was getting to that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Daryl Morey, trash. He is the Chip Kelly of the NBA.
Wow.
This analytical freak of nature, Daryl Morey, liking offensive ratings on Twitter. I saw this tweet. It was like the stat was called LeBron or something like that. It was defending Ben Simmons, and I literally tweeted. I think I tweeted to our group chat, and I was like, what the hell is this? This is embarrassing. How are these Ben Simmons supporters still tweeting stuff like this? Because it was like an advanced stat that doesn't even make sense. It was called LeBron. What the hell kind of stat is that? But next thing you know, a couple minutes later, I see Daryl Morey like that tweet. Daryl Morey is a fraud, bro. What has he done? He traded for Danny Green. My grandma could have traded for Danny Green. He was in OKC. I mean, Sam Presti, he loves picks. You could have thrown like 3 first-round or second-round picks. He would have took it. Look at what Daryl Morey has done in the past. He traded away Clint Capella and tried to win a championship with one of the greatest offensive scorers in James Harden without a center. And now when he's got to Philly, he's missed out on Kyle Lowry twice. He didn't trade for James Harden. He's not going to trade for Damian Lillard because that ship has sailed because Ben has no value. Daryl Morey has failed us, and he's a fraud. He's a fraud. That's all I got to say.
Hey, I appreciate the call. Yo, if you guys aren't subbed to Romp 2.0, go sub them up, man. This is the type of energy you get, man. Thank you for the call, bro. We're going to be working soon, man.
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate
Have a good
it, bro.
stream.
You too. Wow. That was some fire right there. Yo, I didn't even want to add on, but yo, he made an interesting point that I was trying to get to. Like, how much of it is the Sixers' fault? You know, because they paid him a max contract. During that Celtics series with TJ McConnell, Ben, you know, he's right in that the liabilities of our players, we do not recognize them quick enough. And I'm guilty of that myself. But you know what? How much of it is Elton Brand's fault? How does Elton Brand still have a job? Because Elton Brand made some good moves, but man, he left us in a bad spot. This organization chose Ben Simmons and Brett Brown over Jimmy Butler. And you know what, man? The one part I disagree with Romp on is that I don't think that it was unfair of us to expect a man at 22 years old to work on a jump shot when every other part of your game is that good. Don't people see that? Don't people see that? All you had to do, we're not even asking you to make jump shots this year. We're asking you to take jump shots. We celebrate you like a damn national holiday when you take a jump shot. We're not playing football here. We're playing basketball. Taking a jump shot? If I walk out to the local court right here, I'm taking a jump shot. The first thing I do before I'm even on the court, before I got my slides on, I'm walking up to the court. I'm pulling up from 3. You're telling me this man can't take a jump shot? See what I mean? Doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. But yo, that's a great call right there. I want to go back to the phone lines. I want to get some thoughts, man. Keep bringing the energy, man. Keep bringing the energy. We're about to bring the next caller in. We got 270 in the chat, guys. You're coming strong. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Let's get some more caller reactions up in here, man. Let's do it. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. All right, let's go to the phone lines and let's see who we got rocking. And let's see how they feel, man. Yo, you're live on the show. What's going on, man?
All right. Phone line, and let's see.
Hello? All right, then. We got the next caller on the line. Let's see who we got. Feel free again to let us know who you are, man. And yo, you're live on the show. What's going on, man? Hello? Hello? Going once, going twice. Missed like a Ben Simmons 3. All right, next one. The calls are flying in, guys. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one of them, man. We're gonna get one of them. All right. Let's see. It's third time the charm. Yo. What's going on?
Yo, it's JP.
Yo, what's going on? Finally, we got someone. There we go.
Man, here's my take on the whole entire Ben Simmons situation. I feel like that he's been being babied. Mm-hmm. I feel like people are making a lot of weak ass excuses for him.
Yep.
And in my opinion, I don't like when players don't take accountability for where they messed up at.
Yep.
Like And also, I do feel like he's being blamed a little too much because Doc wasn't doing too great in that series either.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Doc definitely gets blamed too, and I think if he wasn't a first-year head coach, I think we're talking about Doc on the hot seat. Honestly, I think he will be next
Yeah,
year.
definitely, man.
But
I feel
I
Ben did have a bad series, but I feel like Doc deserves just as much of a blame for his horrible adjustments that he made. Joel Embiid set for a whole quarter in a do-or-die game.
Yeah, I mean, Doc definitely deserves blame too, but I just go back to what has been the main issue over the last couple of years, you know? Like, I feel like if you plug in another piece, maybe Doc can make the most out of him, right? Maybe a Tyrese Maxey, but where do you go?
Yep.
Like do you think that Doc should be gone? Let me ask you that.
I don't think he should be gone, but I do feel like fans should be reluctant to trust him in big-time moments. I feel like that one ring has kind of blinded people from the many shortcomings he's had over the years.
Yep.
And he's had teams. You know, you can't say that Doc Rivers has not had teams that could win championships.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I'm just not going to sit up here and put belief in Doc Rivers. I want him to prove me wrong at the end of the day, but I don't really have too much belief in him. And I damn sure don't have any belief in Ben Simmons at this point. He's already showed me where his heart's at.
Yeah.
And it's not a basketball court. It's being an Instagram celebrity.
Yeah, I agree. And let me ask you this before I get you off. So where do you view the situation as? Do we go and just get whatever we can back for him? Do we hold it out, hope for something more? What do you think?
At this point, you got to trade him because if you bring him back, that's going to cause a lot of chemistry issues.
Yeah.
And I just don't like the state of the team right now within on it. Like I said, I feel like it's going to cause a lot of drama, chemistry issues, and we don't need that. We already have enough drama in Philly as it is.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, you should just try to trade to see what you can get. I don't think Daryl Morey is going to get what he wants back in the package for Ben Simmons because his value is down. I was one of the only people last season saying trade him because that was the point why I felt like his value was the highest it was last season.
Yeah.
Because people have been blinded by that injury that he had. So I feel like they waited too late to try and trade him now because his value is pretty much subpar now. So at this point, you just get what you can get.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's definitely a good point, and I guess we'll have to wait and see what Daryl can do. You know, the fingers are going to start pointing at him a little bit. I feel like people are starting to get, you know, a little bit uneasy, you know?
Yeah, man. I've been uneasy about this situation for the past 3 years. I've defended Ben. Man, people have been coming after me because of my takes on Ben Simmons. Yeah. There are old podcasts that I just wish that I could just delete. I recorded when I was giving Ben Simmons all this praise.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was there.
He has let me down.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people act like we didn't give this guy love and support, man. I mean, we were going, you know, we were going as deep as we could in the Rookie of the Year thing and everything, man. And just for him to act like this now, definitely. It sucks. But, I appreciate the call, man.
I was in a sports chat, and I got into real-life arguments with people over Ben Simmons. And now I feel like all my time, energy has pretty much been wasted.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy to see how it's come along. But, great call, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Good show, man. Keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Shout out. That's a great call right there. Yeah, he makes some good points, you know. He makes some good points. Let me ask you guys this, and you know, next callers or whatever, feel free to chip in on it if you want. When do we start looking at Daryl Morey? Because I remember a video that I put out earlier this offseason, and I said, well, you know, if Daryl Morey doesn't get this done, it's a colossal failure. And we got to start looking at this guy in the mirror. You know, he failed to trade for Kyle Lowry, failed to sign him. Now we're sitting here. You know, when do we start looking at the front office? People are looking at Doc Rivers. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Great call so far, man. We are 45 minutes into this. I'm having a blast. 215-798-7638. The Ben Simmons Show. The Ben Simmons call-in stream. Guys, give us your thoughts, man. Give us your thoughts. Let's see who we can... we got the calls flying in here. There we go. One-man production team. I'm trying my best here, guys, with this phone line. Let's see. Yo, 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 welcome on into the show.
What up? What up?
Yo, what up?
So wait, I'm completely on the trade Ben side, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think if we won Game 7, we would still be in this situation with Ben?
It's a good one. I feel like it depends what happens after. You know, I feel like a lot of things were masked this year due to the greatness of Joel Embiid, and it's a good question. You know, if we go to the next round and Ben Simmons does the same thing, can't hit free throws, and we lose 4-1, I feel like we are in the same situation. But I guess it's more of a question of how far would we really have gone? Until the deficiencies come out. Like, could we have won with the deficiencies that we have? But I think we probably still would be. How about you?
Yeah, I do too. I mean, depends. We take it to 6, 7, then I think he stays. But if it's 5, 4, we're done. I'm not a second thought. He's gone. But I think that the Rich Paul thing is gonna bite us in the ass. Or, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on here, but
no, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah, Rich Paul. I'm getting tired of that guy. I feel like he's going to do everything he can to make sure Ben gets to where he wants to go, so that Rich Paul can make more money.
Yeah, and that sucks for us. Is that gives Ben the leverage he wants.
Yeah, I'm struggling here because it's like, say we trade Ben off and we get an average starter, maybe a couple draft picks, like that. That's where I'm not seeing this eye to eye, and I feel like my gut is like we have to go all in for a big player. But it's like at the same time.
Yeah, that's how I am with the D'Lo thing. You think D'Lo can be the second best player on a championship team?
Yeah, I'm struggling with that. I think D'Lo can be a really good point guard in a pick and roll, but it's like, is he your second best player? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's like Tobias. Tobias is a great 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man, and that's where this long waiting game, like I've been saying, is either going to work out really well, like every other team took their. They took their chance on this guy and that guy, and our guy falls into our lap a month into the season, or it turns into a disaster. Like, what if we get back regular compensation? Like, when does Joel Embiid grow unhappy? When do we have to move the Tobias contract?
Thinking.
So.
Well, that Tobias contract's going to weigh us down for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
but
this was probably his highest.
I know we got the Al Horford trade exception, but that expires.
Yeah.
On September 7th, so we don't make a move by then that goes to waste too.
It's like 8 million, 8.1, I think, but it's tough, man.
Yeah, and that can help us bring in assets.
Yeah, we're kind of restricted right now, but at the end of the day, what do you think? I haven't heard this from any callers yet. How far does this go? How far do we take this? Is there any way Ben can even come to camp?
I don't see Daryl doing anything. I think he's been in the league long enough. He knows what he's doing. So he's going to wait. But I think there's a point where he cracks, we crack, the fans crack.
Yeah.
I think that if he's true and doesn't go to camp, doesn't show up, then yeah, I see him just trading him for whatever he can get and then piling assets for a star to grow him happy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Unfortunately, we don't know how much time we have with Joel, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But
yeah.
That's where we're at. Hey, appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, keep up the good work, bro.
Thanks, bro. Have a good one. Interesting points, man. How, is this going to carry over into camp? Is it? Where do we go then? Is there any way that these parties get together, Rich Paul, Daryl Morey, they sit down and they say, you know what, let's just try to make this look good for the media until we work a deal out? Daryl Morey says, we'll trade you to so-and-so out west. You give us good publicity so we can get what we want. It's a risk. It's a risk. But I want the people, where are the people that have been, saying, regardless, Ben's going to stay. You guys are delusional. You've been here. Blah, 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 blah. Where are they at? Where are they at? I want to know. Where are they at? The people that 110% guaranteed. He'll be here. You guys are overthinking it. Let's go back to the phone lines, man. We got these calls flying in, man. Let's see. All right, let's see who we got on the line here. Yo, welcome on into the show, man. You're live.
Hey, I actually made this show. This is crazy.
What's going on,
thanks
man?
for getting me on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love your channel.
Thank you, bro.
Tuning in. I'm watching along, seeing what the folks got to say.
Thank you.
But I gotta say this, man. I think Maury's making a huge mistake. You know, he decided to hold on to Simmons, and albeit Simmons is a great player, but I just feel like the longer he holds, the lower his value is going. Like, how stubborn is he going to be?
Yeah, it's a good point.
And I just think, you know, especially if this is a true rumor, he needs to make a deal as soon as possible. And this is a championship year for the Sixers. I don't think this is. I don't know what you mainly think. I just tuned in. I saw the live, but.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I'm really concerned for you Sixers.
Yeah, let me ask you this. You say it's a championship year, and I would agree. Like, we have to start capitalizing here. But at that point, when you say we have to give them up, you know, what do you think we can get at that point? You know, what's available to us right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't want to just take anything because, in my opinion, like, Simmons is a good player. I think, you know, he's a very good player. He's an all-defense player. All defensive player type. He's an all-star. He had a really bad playoffs, and it's really sad for him. But I think you have to get at least an all-star or fringe. You know, I'm from Toronto, so I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe Pascal Siakam. You know, maybe a swap or you know, and they're trying to hold on for Lillard. I don't think that's possible. I think maybe McCollum, maybe CJ McCollum, is a guy, but I don't think you're gonna get, you know, what you want for him at this point. And if you hold on to him, I don't think that's a good idea either. It's just going downhill from here.
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about Portland. A lot of people have. See, I don't think Portland is just looking at Ben Simmons and they say, oh, that's the one piece we're going to build around. No, I think it would have to be a Ben Simmons, a Tyrese Maxey, 2 first-rounders, something like that, you know? Like, it would have to be a whole bundle type of deal. And that's where I think the Sixers have an enticing package, not just Ben alone. And people that say that, you know, oh, we're going to keep Tyrese, we're going to keep Matisse, but, you know, we're going to trade Ben for Damian. Come on, get realistic. You know what I mean? But you're from Toronto, and the one thing I want to say, I appreciate you calling in from Toronto, man. That's a lot of love right there. But the one team I am not
taking the call.
Yeah, man. The one team I'm not trading Ben Simmons to is the Toronto Raptors. That will literally haunt the Sixers. That will haunt us. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. No, I agree, and that's why I would love Simmons here.
Yeah.
I'm a bit biased. I'm on your show. I'm from Toronto Raptors fan.
Yeah.
But I think Simmons could get it together. I don't know if you've seen those videos of him in the gym. I know they're just, you know, little 2-minute videos, but he's shooting. Yeah. He's looking good now. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now, and you know. But let me tell you something. He does this every offseason. So it's about what he does in the game, and who knows if we'll ever get to that point. But, yo, appreciate the call from Toronto, man. Much love to you.
Hey, let me say this last thing, and I'll hang up the phone.
No, go ahead.
You can't blame Simmons, right? Like, Joel Embiid, like, Doc Rivers, like, put him under the bus. Like, Joel Embiid pretty much blamed him publicly. Like, what do you expect from the guy? You pretty much told him all the worst things, and now they want to have him to come back. I think it's just a really sad situation, and you guys are losing a really good player. So I hope you get the best, and all the best for your show. I'm going to keep watching. So thanks, man.
Appreciate the call, man. I disagree with him with that point right there. You know, what about the 3 years before where he didn't throw him under the bus, where he could have? How about when he couldn't shoot in a playoff series? Joel Embiid was out there crying, and you know, Joel Embiid did everything he could to stop Kawhi Leonard off a pick and roll, and we just let it happen. People that say, you know, talk about Joel Embiid, the guy called him out after 5 years. 5 years. Joel Embiid's a teddy bear. That's why. He's just not that type of personality. But you know, even when it gets to that kind of guy calling him out, I mean, it's rough. Even the guy, Doc Rivers, that supported you all year. It gets to that point, man. It's crazy. We're about to take the next call, and then we will we'll read this super chat real quick. Let's see who we got on the line. All right, let's see who we got on here. Yo, you're live on the show. What's going on?
Yo, RB was good. It's your man Tone DeShields from Chalk It Up, bro.
Tone DeShields, my guy. What's going on, bro?
Bro, this man Ben Simmons, man. How can I put this?
Chalk it up for us, bro.
Let's
hear it.
Yes, sir.
How can you be this tone deaf? How can you be this oblivious to the situation? My God, let's keep it all the way above. You came into the playoffs not shooting the jump shots. But listen, we already accepted that about you. We accepted the fact that you wasn't going to shoot the jump shot. So we accepted that. All we wanted was passion. All we wanted was aggression. All we wanted was some level of consistency at the free throw line. And you couldn't even give us that. Yeah. You couldn't even give us that.
And I don't want to cut you off for, long time, but let me just say this as well. We were literally supporting the guy. How about the video of the dude that's literally out there clapping for him, trying to, show him how to shoot free throws? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, I've been on Twitter all day keeping up with this situation, and you got some people who are like, like Philly is crazy, blah 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 blah. My whole thing is we've been rocking with this guy since his rookie season. When everybody was down on him saying he can't shoot, y'all crazy for giving this man rookie of the year, all that kind of BS. Mm-hmm. We like, listen, do you not understand what he brings to the table? Playmaking ability, defense, basketball IQ, rebounding. He does everything at an elite level, but shoot, even he can get to the rim at will when he wants to. Yeah. Ben Simmons is so caught up in his own Hollywood world. He's so busy trying to be a Hollywood superstar on Instagram that he's losing sight of the reality that he didn't deliver for his teammates. He let his team down. Yep. The telltale sign of the season was when he decided to not go up for that dunk, and the only person that was stopping him was Trae Young. Mm-hmm. That's the story of his career. That's the story, and he wants to talk about he's not coming reporting to training camp. My God, at this point, I'm not even sure if I want you because your mentality is not tight. Your mentality is not built for the city. I'm struggling to understand how he can't see the writing on the wall. You did not perform. You did not perform.
It's such a good point.
And then people want to talk about, and then people want to talk about Joel Embiid and Doc Rivers calling him out. If you say them holding him accountable is calling him out, then they need to go too. They held him accountable, like you said. Yeah. Joel Embiid after 5 years, how long do you expect somebody to sit there and just allow you to just be the same player? Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid has gotten better every single season. He changed his diet. He changed the way he approached the game. Yes. He became a better passer out of the double team. And you expect Joel Embiid to be satisfied with Ben Simmons' lackluster commitment to the game?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. And this is the exact thing I've been trying to tell y'all for years. It was always about Ben and Joel, not Joel and Ben, the role player. Okay. It was about Ben and Joel. It was about putting better role players around Ben and Joe. That's what we were screaming after that debacle of 2019 when we signed Al Horford to be the power forward. We said put better role players around Ben and Joel. And what did they do, Tone? What did they do?
They brought Seth Curry in. They brought Danny Green in. They drafted Tyrese Maxey. They brought in George Hill, who really didn't do much for us, but they brought in George Hill. They re-signed Tobias Harris, who actually Tobias Harris had an amazing playoff. Yes, he just sort of fell off a cliff in that Hawks series because Doc Rivers really wasn't putting him in the best situations, and he kind of over-dribbled a little bit. But Tobias Harris had an amazing year in the playoffs. Averaged about 20 points per game. He was the perfect number three. Number three. Yeah, and like we said, they surrounded them with shooters. Korkmaz was shooting the ball well.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how he can be so toned up to the situation.
Yeah, and everybody else took a step up, and Ben just went down. His average went down, scoring less a game, taking less shots. Nobody told him to do that. He didn't want it.
Exactly.
He didn't want it.
Exactly. So. And think about and real quick, I don't want to hold you too long because I know you got the callers on, but think about it when Joel Embiid went down in that Wizards series. Who stepped up? Tobias Harris, not Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
You know what happened to Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons got in foul trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
again, I'm not going to pretend Ben Simmons doesn't have elite talent, but I'm tired of seeing these videos every summer. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
It's a done button for him. Yes. Look, here's my thing, Daryl Morey, make a move as soon as possible because this cancer has to go. And I'm a little pissed off because We seen this man drop 40+ points, all Rudy Gobert, and
we saw 2 weeks of it.
Right. We saw like when he found out that he was on the trade block, he started turning up. So the only way you turn up is when your life is on the line. Yeah. Like, come on, man, this is a Space Jam. You're not fighting for the planet. We're just playing basketball.
Yep.
Bro, it's so strange how this man can be so oblivious to this reality that he let his teammates down, and they still try to hold him down throughout the process. They still try to throw him some bells. They were hacking shacking you, bro. They were hacking shacking you.
You got embarrassed on a national stage, man.
Right. My whole thing is Daryl Morey got to make a move.
Yep.
And I'm pissed off because I just bought a Simmons jersey earlier this year, the City Edition. I'm a little pissed off about it.
Oh man.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. My thing is Daryl Morey has to make a move as soon as possible.
As
soon as possible.
Yep,
and if he doesn't make a move now in this off season, it most likely it'll happen before the trade deadline. Yeah. But I just don't see him coming in his locker room after this report came out.
Yep, I don't either, man. Yo, Tone, appreciate the energy, bro. That's a heck of a call right there.
Bro, you already know, dog. Listen, you mind if I give myself a little shout out on there?
Hey, go ahead, bro.
And listen, y'all, as y'all already know, this your boy Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys lock in on my YouTube channel. I cover the Eagles. I cover the Sixers. Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I sure can provide it, you guys. And also go check out the Chalk It Up merch shop as well. All the links are on all my videos. So all you guys got to do is search Tone DeShields II. That's Tone, Tone, DeShields, DeShields, the second. I give you guys Eagles content. I give you guys Sixers content. And I'm grinding, y'all. The grind don't stop. RB is one of the best out here doing his thing, man. Make sure y'all lock in on him if you haven't already subscribed. My man got over 13,000 subs in just about a year and a half time. He's beasting out here. And my man has got his college degree. Show my man some love, man. He really out here doing it big. I appreciate you, RB. One love.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, it's a good call right there. You know, and the thing that gets me is, like, we look at Philly fans, right? We get a bad rep for getting on our players. It's not even like we were on Ben Simmons when we should have been. We gave him a couple years' time. We gave him some breathing room. You know, we were going to war for this guy, rookie of the year, this and that, when the dude couldn't shoot a jump shot. It sucks, man. It sucks because I really loved Ben. I wanted him to be the next LeBron coming out of Philly. Ben and Joel, it was always about them too. Those two were going to lead us to where we needed to go. If I asked you right now, drop it in the chat, call in, let me know. If I told you right now, without knowing any background history, where Ben Simmons was drafted, if I asked you that, what would you say? Not a number 1 overall pick, I'll tell you that. Shout out to Burrs Nation with the $5 super chat, man. Thanks so much. No one wants to work with Daryl because of some political comments he made. That's the real reason he can't get anything done. Yeah, maybe he's just stingy too. They know he's out on it, man. Could be. We'll go back and we got to grab at least maybe 2-3 more calls. This has been amazing, man. You guys are the best. Let me know how you guys are enjoying this, man. Give me some thoughts down in the chat. Give me some comments. No matter how you feel about the situation, man, it's always a respectful thing. Come up on, give your thoughts. We're going to be doing more call-in shows. Drop a like if you haven't yet, man. Let's get this to 200 likes and drop a yes, sir, for the 100, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Let's get some more calls up in here, man. I see a couple of them trying to come through, man. See who we got in the building, man. All right, we got a caller on the line. Trying to get to as many as I can, guys. One-man production team here. Doing what I can. All right, let's see. Yo, you're live on the show. What's going on? Hello?
Hey, RB. This is Wes Stone again. Can you hear me?
Wes, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Hey, I'm not going to get on it. I'm not going to talk about. I'm not here to talk about Ben Simmons too much. All right.
Hey, whatever.
We all know what's going on. I'm not going to get into it. All right. I want to talk about Daryl Morey a little bit.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And obviously, Daryl Morey's got a hell of a time right now with this because, I mean, even the packages that have been talked about before are off the table at this point because it's different when the star is refused to, even show up.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get, if you're going to get D'Lo, you're probably just getting D'Lo. You're not getting the McDaniels. You're not getting the Beasleys. You're probably getting D'Lo, right? If you're going to get McCollum, you're not getting anything else. You're probably getting McCollum.
Yeah, I think the salaries line up pretty well.
Yeah, but that's just the reality. Like the McDaniels and stuff, that's just icing, right? To try to swap the 1-for-1 player. But I mean, good luck with that now after this. I know that people are starting to look at Daryl Morey like, what the hell are you doing? But at the end of the day, it was either get Dame or get Beal, or you're making a lateral move, potentially getting worse, right? Like that's it. You're either getting Lillard and Beal, or you're probably getting worse.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I think a lot of people vote in the same way. Now, go ahead.
No, and so at this point, when I know when people like when the Pacers brought up Brogdon in the first, that's looking really good right now, isn't it? Yeah. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that deal because it's to me that's a lateral move, or it's because as good as Brogdon is and as good as the fit would be, you're losing a lot with that. And I know people don't hold Ben's defense to the same level as someone else's offense, and I get that, but you also have the playmaking and his versatility as far as, positions and doing stuff. And I'm sorry, but that last guy said that Ben didn't show up to close out the Wizards, and he had a 19-point triple-double. And they blew him out by 20. So I don't know what that guy's talking about. But besides that,
Ben had a couple good games in the Wizards series, but my thing is just consistency, man.
And the Hawks series.
Yeah, but he was also the downfall of the Hawks series. I mean, you at least got to hit your free throws, and it just got to an embarrassing point, and it's bad.
100%. Yeah, the free throws are unforgivable. I think, that's obviously that mentality. I think I don't know if he was expecting to get Hacker Simmons again. Maybe he just thought he had been hitting 70% the whole season, and he would just coast by not getting Hacker Simmons. So the moment they did that, I feel like it fucked with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think it really, really messed with him. And
you make the
point that didn't stop him from.
Go ahead.
Sorry, that didn't stop him from going out like he had that. He had good games in the Wizards series. Obviously, it was the Wizards. Not going to hold that too highly, but. He had good games in the Hawks series too when they, kind of game 3, that was the Simmons that we needed the whole series. So I don't know what happened in the locker room or what they were drawing up, but they went away from game 3 Simmons, and from there it just collapsed. So I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. And you talk about fit. In terms of like the Brogdon thing, like that's almost where we're looking at it at this point. If we can't get a huge player that we want, it's almost like maybe we just swap for a better fit, because I don't take Ben's defense for nothing. Like I think it's very valuable, but it's like, if you're not giving me anything, if you're not even willing to shoot the ball, I mean, it's just going to be hard to win in the playoffs. And we've seen it 3 times now. So I just feel like the relationship is kind of burned at this point. And now, what do you think? Do you think we have any leverage in this situation?
I mean, not really. I mean, you have teams that were using the playoff series as their leverage to, laugh Daryl Morey off the phone for, these packages that he was proffering, but now they're using the fact that he's not coming back. Like he's refusing to come back. He's gonna take fines. He's gonna take the ridicule. He's fully committed to this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone into the draft and said that. So he's willing to take the heat. He's willing to get uncomfortable, and that gives other teams even more leverage. And then on top of that, he's like, I want to go to a California team. And I know that fucking freaks people out, because it's like, you just did this in the playoffs and you want to demand his place. But now other teams that aren't California teams are like, well, he doesn't even fucking want to be here. Why would I give you anything for him?
Yeah.
So at this point, you're probably going to get the biggest return from a California team.
Yeah, probably, and I still don't know if it's enough, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Appreciate the call, man.
All right, you too. Have a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, it seems like Ben Simmons' biggest stands, man, are coming around. They're realizing what we're seeing, man. Tough situation. Who knows what we can get? Who knows? But the thing I'm most excited to hear about is when Clutch Sports has to make an official statement about this, because there's no denying it now. There's no going around it. They're either gonna confirm it and then we have to move forward, or we'll see. But I really hope the Sixers don't get screwed out of this situation, man. Joel Embiid, Tobias, the rest of these guys, they masked a lot of the deficiencies this year of Ben Simmons as his averages were going down. Rebounds, assists, points, everything was going down. But we were winning ball games, so people didn't really want to look at it. And this is why I'm also thinking Ben doesn't want to go to a small market. You know, if he goes to a small market team, I feel like the guy is honestly going to become just a role player for the rest of his career. If he goes to a small market team where he's looked at to be the leader, I don't think he's going to step up like people think he will. I mean, the guy with other players around him didn't want the ball in his hands. He didn't even want it. So you're telling me he's going to go to a Minnesota Timberwolves, or he's going to go to a Portland Trailblazers team and just start, shooting the ball 11 times a game? I don't see it happening. I think what Ben Simmons actually needs is to go to a team with a Pat Beverly. If he wants to benefit his own career, or he needs to go play for a coach like Greg Pop in San Antonio, who's going to rip him to shreds. That's just my thoughts on it. But take maybe one or two more calls. It's been a lot of fun, getting a lot of insight, guys. Give me your overall thoughts, man. How do we feel about Daryl Morey at this point? Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Is this our window, guys? If we don't execute here, is the Sixers title window looking bleak at this point? Let me know. Let me know. I finally got that beep in to stop. Let's go. All right, let's see who we got on the line. Yo, welcome on into the show.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Man, I laughed so hard when I heard Ben think he's good enough to demand a trade.
Yeah.
If you shoot 30% from the free throw line, you ain't that damn good, bro.
No, you're not, bro. And people got to wake up and smell the flowers, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. But, man, I was just want to tell you, brother, I've been watching and listening to your show for a long time, man. You do a great job, man. You really do.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. But you keep it up, man, and we're gonna keep watching the show and keep watching games and stay tuned in, and hopefully Daryl does a good job, trades for a good player, but
yeah.
We'll just see what happens.
We gotta hope, man. But thank you so much, man. It means the world.
All right, brother.
Have a good one, bro. It's a nice little call right there, man. He said, you come in shooting 30% from the line, you're just not that good, bro. You're just not that good. We'll take one more and then probably call it a night, guys. We're having a lot of fun, man. We'll be covering the situation as we go. And check out the reaction I put up, too, man. It's a lot of fun. Let me know. Drop a 1 if you're enjoying this in the stream and if I should keep doing the call-ins, man. Do we have 200 likes on this thing yet? We got to be close, man. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 14,000 subscribers, man. I'm trying to grow this thing out. Man. You guys make it possible, so I appreciate it. I wasn't even going to do this stuff today, but man, you guys make it way too much fun. All right, let's go. Let's see if this last caller brings some crazy energy, man. You're live on the show. What's going on? Welcome in.
Hello.
Yo, what's going on?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm it's fantastic right now. I'm feeling great.
I am too, man. I'm pretty happy.
What are you happy about specifically?
Say again?
I said, what are you happy about specifically? Like, you said you're happy. What about?
Oh yeah. I'm happy about Ben Simmons getting traded. But I think we all knew this was coming. but now it's automatically now it's confirmed. But honestly, I think Daryl Morey is losing leverage. Now that now that Ben's requested a trade, he's not going to show up to training camp. So I think Daryl wants to get a move done as soon as possible. So they might not. I think Daryl might crack under the pressure and might go for, some average role players. I hope that's not the case. The main target's still Damian Lillard, but I think he's going to start the season out with Portland. So who knows? Maybe I feel like there was rumor out today that the Minnesota Timberwolves were offering like D'Lo, Malik Beasley, and Jaden McDaniels for Ben Simmons. That's not a bad trade to me. But the only problem with D'Lo is that he still has to stay healthy. But
yeah, he does.
Other than that, I like that trade. But who knows, man? This is. I just want him to be gone.
Yeah, I feel you, and I think that we're probably going to hear some more names start to pop up now as well. But I mean, if it comes down to it, and we can only get a Minnesota trade of D'Lo and somebody else, I'm thinking about that. I'm considering it. D'Lo was an all-star with Brooklyn.
I really am
Run
too.
the pick and roll. I don't know why people sleep on this guy.
Yeah, pretty much his only weakness is his defense and just the ability to stay healthy. I think he's only played 60 games like once in a season, and that season he was declared an all-star with Brooklyn. But I just can't wait when Ben returns to Philly and Joel and Ben are matched up in the post. Joel just backs him down and just throws it down on his head. That would be so fun to watch.
I mean, that's going to be crazy when Ben comes back to the Wells Fargo, man. It's going to be nuts, but we'll see. We'll see, man. But, yo, thanks for the call, bro.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting atmosphere, man. Ben will get booed every time he touches the ball, honestly. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll get one more caller here, man. We're at an hour 20 strong. Drop a like on the stream. Let's get it to 200, man. Give us some thoughts, man. Somebody bring us home, man. Give us some trade proposal. I want somebody to let us know what you think is going to happen. Is this going to happen by camp? What do we think? Let's see who we got on the line. Yo, welcome on into the show.
Yo, love the show.
Thank you, bro.
I was thinking about this Ben Simmons trade here. I was thinking, so Maxey is a Rich Paul Klein as well.
Yes.
Ben Simmons, Maxey are kind of bros. So just kind of bite the bullet that he's going to get recruited away. Trade him and Ben for De'Aaron Fox because they really don't want to lose Fox, and maybe you get a first, maybe like a distant second. Just you get rid of Ben. You get De'Aaron Fox. He's going to be an all-star with Embiid. He's a playmaker. We still got, Curry. We got Green,
Yeah.
I just think I think that's going to be, we're going to be able to trade for Dame still. We're going to get, a first back or something. So,
yeah.
I think you got to try.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. What do you think in terms of De'Aaron Fox? Like, do you view Tyrese Maxey in a similar way? Maybe he could, potentially grow into like a De'Aaron Fox. What do you think about that?
The issue is it's going to take 5 years.
I don't know about that long, but it's definitely going to take a couple years. You're right about that.
It's going to take a couple years, and I think right now Embiid is just so good. He might, if he takes up any more, he's going to be pretty good. He just needs somebody to kind of step up because he can't do like 48 minutes. He's not really like LeBron. He's more like he has these incredible bursts, and he's the best player in these bursts. But, kind of when his legs go, we need to rely on somebody like De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that, it's crazy to think because Joel Embiid's not even 30 years old yet. But then we're sitting here looking like, our guys, we need guys who are going to be mature and ready to go and win, and that's the thing I keep telling people about this Ben Simmons thing. It's like we don't see any signs of just him being willing. It's not even about maturity, like he's so good for a young player, but he just doesn't use that,
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy because he just won't step up. And, we got guys like, Danny Green, say what you want. He got exposed a couple times, but, he tries, he shoots, the offense, flows. He's not scared of the moment.
Yeah.
We need to prioritize some of these older guys who want to win right now. And I think that's going to help us even probably down the line in coming years, get these signings that are weird veteran minimum guys who just, want to try and they have a role to play, or they know Doc, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. And let me ask you this before I get you off. By the way, great call. Let me know.
Yeah.
At the point, because I've been asking everybody this, like, where do you think we sit in terms of leverage? Like, do we end up just shipping them off and getting what we can get? Do we hold on and try to drag out the situation? Where do you think we're at as a team?
Yeah, I think, it's like a thing where it might take a couple weeks. I think September 28th is the training camp. So you can maybe kind of get close to there, but it's you'll probably want it done before there. So because you're gonna get lowballed, and we need to somehow convince one team to just kind of take a stab at it. I think because I think the Timberwolves are kind of interested.
Yeah,
the Kings are kind of interested. And maybe even, the Warriors are kind of, everyone says it's horrible, but, there's beef with Draymond, and the ownership. What if, they say, okay, we're going to give Draymond to say maybe the Trailblazers. That would be a kind of like an ultimate swindle. We would, you'd kind of get a weird swap or something, and, you can really maybe figure out something weird. And it's like, I've just been, you just play with the, there's trade machines. It's like you got to figure out something that works, financially. You might even take on a little garbage if you get just one good asset. Like if I could get Anthony Edwards, I would take on a little bit of garbage because it's like, he has high upside and we can still trade for Dame at the deadline. Like if he's playing well,
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we go that route. We just stack up on a bunch of future assets and try to make a package for if something happens,
Yeah, and they can kind of be like, that Timberwolves team's going to have D'Lo, Ben, Cat. I just think Cat and Ben, I know like the whole choking thing happened, but, I think that is just the perfect combination because Cat, it just plays from the perimeter and Ben is just like feeding guys. And if you're just tall with Ben, you just catch and shoot. So it's like pretty simple for him in the offense for Cat.
Yeah, I think it would be a good fit basketball-wise. I guess we'll have to wait and see where things kind of trend towards. But, great call, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, I love the show. Thanks. Bye.
Bro. Yeah, great call to end it off. I just don't know if Ben wants to go there, just to Minnesota, and I don't know if Rich Paul wants that. But at this point, man, I really don't care what Rich Paul thinks. Something's coming. We're going to have to monitor it. And, man, I mean – for once, can we just get lucky, man? Can Damian Lillard, why is Dame even going to camp at this point? What is there to see with Cody Zeller and Tony Snell? I mean, you lost Melo, you lost Enes Kanter. I mean, you lost Derrick Jones Jr. Who are you playing with in Portland? Dame. I have a, you guys want me to end this off with a hot take? And right now I want y'all to let me know if you guys are enjoying this stream and give me a potential destination right now in the chat where you think Ben Simmons can land. You want my hot take? You want my honest opinion? Well, actually more of a hot take. Damian Lillard's already been in talks behind closed doors. I think he requests out during camp. You just can't tell me Damian Lillard doesn't care. I've seen that guy on the biggest stage. Let me tell you, one of my favorite basketball plays ever is when Damian Lillard shoots it out from 42 feet in Paul George's face and waves him off. You're telling me that level of competitor is okay with losing during his prime? No. No. Not at all. I think he's had, talks behind closed doors. Dame, that's who he is. He says, I don't like to put things out in the public. He says that, when I want to say it, I will. And he doesn't want to do Portland bad. They've treated him good his whole career. Not in terms of basketball, getting him players, but, just they've been his first home, his only home. So, who knows? Just for once, man. Can it please work out? Please. Please. Philly Shat, what's going on, my guy? Great channel member. We got the members in the building, man. Let us know you're in here. Wow, Simmons said, well, I'm clearly under a rock. Simmons is out, man. He wants a trade. Appears he's not going to report to camp. Also, guys, I put out a reaction video of my first reaction earlier, so be sure to check that out as well. You missed Harden last year. Yeah, it's tough. We should have pulled the trigger, but again, I don't even know if the Rockets wanted to do that with Daryl Morey. Kings given Healed, Bagley, #1 pick. Sixers have no leverage. OKC, it'd be an interesting one. Sam Presti would find a way to flip Simmons. Burr Simmons in Sacramento, says Chris. Send him out to Sacramento out of spite. He goes to Sacramento, his career is over. Sorry. I'm sorry, man. Only place I'm not trading him is Toronto. Don't want him on the Raptors. No. If Ben doesn't come to camp, does he hit the salary cap? Yeah, he does. He does. I think the deadline's already passed. But either way, I mean, he's already under contract for 4 more years, which is why another reason why this is tough as well. But yeah, I don't see a way he stays and sits the bench, you know. That's not going to happen. That just isn't realistic, guys. So kick him out of the country. He's got to get away from Philly. Rich Paul wants Maxey out too. Yeah, that's the rumor. But I don't buy that hype, man. I don't really buy that fully from Jason Dumas. I think that's just speak. But I do think Tyrese Maxey could potentially be included in a deal. You know? It's me, Bones, Ben Forever. What's going on, man? Simmons for Harden. Oh, wait. I believe Damian wants to stay in Portland. For what? What does he want to stay there for? I mean, a guy with that competitive level, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. First reaction was interesting. Thought we were going to need to get you a bag to breathe in. Man, it was fun. It was interesting, man. But with that being said, guys, another call-in stream in the bag. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We still haven't hit 200 likes. I know we're close. But regardless, man, thank you guys so much for coming out, calling in. All the callers were great today, giving your thoughts, giving us new perspectives, man. That's what this whole thing's about. I like this channel to be not just for me, but for the people, man. I like to hear your opinions and thoughts. I love hearing it, man. And we're going to see what happens in terms of this traction moving forward. But now it's out there, and now we're waiting to hear the response. I don't want to hear Clutch Sports denied to comment. No. We better hear. Keith Pompey wouldn't just put this out for nothing. Keith Pompey was one of the guys that put out about Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle potentially getting traded last year, and we thought it was a lie until we found out. So, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys so much, man, for tuning in. Drop a like on the stream. Hit the subscribe. Hit that little bell, man. You get notified anytime we upload, go live, do a call-in, whatever, man. We're back at it every single day. We're pumping it out. Go check out my reaction to this a couple hours ago. It's up on the channel. And you guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. I will catch you. Let's see. When will our next call-in be? I don't know. But we'll be dropping content every single day. You guys have a great night. It's finally happening. Go celebrate. Go put a smile on your face, man. You guys have a great one. Sixers Nation, I'm out. Peace.